So welcome back to the Happiness series and to day 5 of part 3. Now you may have noticed as you've been doing this exercise over the last few days, one, you may have noticed of just how hard you are on yourself, how critical you can be of yourself, and how that can so often get in the way of that sense of enjoyment. But you may have started to notice that just how kind of broad that is as well. Very often it's not just ourselves or the individuals immediately around us. It can be much bigger than that as well. We might find ourselves being envious of a particular group of people or even a particular nation of people. We might find ourselves equally very resentful towards a particular group or nation of people. Although it's not terribly politically correct and socially acceptable to feel those ways, and although we may not express those necessarily to others, it's quite common to experience those feelings or those thoughts or those ideas. Again, this doesn't make us kind of bad people. It simply reflects a pattern of thinking, more than likely, which has been sort of passed down through generations and also is very much part of the society in which we live. Slowly, externally, we see those, weakening a little bit, hopefully, in most areas of society. And likewise, we'll start to experience a loosening of those in the mind, but still, those, if you like, prejudices or resentments or envy, whatever it might be, those act as barriers to our own enjoyment. So it's useful to notice as well where those are, where those sit, so we can let go of them more easily. So on the one hand, we're focusing on the micro, the intensity of our own experience. Then we're taking it a little bit wider, noticing how that impacts on the people immediately around us. Then a bit wider still. And going as far as you can. And this will help with the visualization as well. So when I talk about the mind going as far as it possibly can, we're talking about the country, the continent, the world, and beyond, as far as you can possibly imagine. So it means it encompasses everything and everyone, that there's no exception. And if that is limitless, then our own sense of joy is limitless. If it encompasses everybody, then we can be sure that we can experience a genuine sense of happiness and contentment. So with that in mind, just take a moment now to get ready, to get comfortable. And as always, starting eyes open, some nice big deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. And just closing the eyes now with the next out breath. As you just start to become more aware of the other physical senses. And coming back to the body now, just scanning down from head to toe. So as the foundation of your intention starts to become more obvious, just bringing to mind the faces of the people who will benefit from you actually taking this time out for yourself. So without any effort at all now, just picking up that sensation of the breath rising and falling in the body. And just resting the attention on that for the next few minutes. And in your own time now, just picturing that pinprick of light and remembering to feel the qualities as well as see the qualities in the mind as you just follow that visualization outwards in every direction. And now just letting go of that image. And as always, just giving the mind just 30 seconds or so. Just to wander, to do whatever it wants to do. No effort, no sense of control. Just letting it be completely free. And just bringing the attention back now, back to the body. Back to that feeling of weight in the body. As you start to become more aware of the sensations, the sounds, you can open your eyes in your own time. As always, just noticing how that feels. You can feel good, of course, about having taken that time out for yourself and for others. But also clear about the benefits of being present, of being aware. And clear of the benefits of being in touch with that sense of enjoyment as you go through the day today. And when you've done that, as always, just sitting back, having a stretch if you'd like to. And today, as you go about your day, just sort of taking some of these ideas a step further. So as always, there's the smaller sort of picture of what we can actually do physically in our lives to improve a situation. There's the bigger one of sort of how we refine our perspective of our life. But in terms of everyday things we can do, so I've already talked about finding something that you really enjoy doing, something that you have a sense of play and fun with. That's one really important thing. The second thing, of course, was to look for opportunities in the day when you find yourself being critical or judgmental towards yourself or another person, to remind yourself of a time where you've enjoyed yourself or you've enjoyed seeing someone else enjoy themselves. But the third thing I'd like you to kind of do or bear in mind or have a go at, and again, this is really challenging for some people, but to really make a conscious effort to commit to looking for the best in people around you, at least once or twice a day. Now, this can sound, again, like a lot of these things, a bit corny, a bit cliche, but to begin with, make it quite easy. So let's say you're going to commit to looking for something good in somebody else or somebody close to you, just for today. So maybe that just means pausing for 30 seconds sometime during the day, just to kind of think about the positive qualities of somebody close to you. And preferably somebody who you're getting on with quite well at the moment. And just see how that feels when you stop and appreciate the positive qualities in that person. And I'll come back tomorrow and we'll pick this up and perhaps move it on a stage further. I'm sure you can imagine where it's